Yeah, so good morning once again. So let's do some analysis on. So today I'll teach you people how to. I think most people don't know they don't know the Rex part of trading. So they think the moment they enter the trade, they have to be in a win. So they don't calculate their pre-Rex as in their Rex. So the reason why you usually place a stop loss is because in case, get it, in case the trade is going against you, how much am I willing to? But it seems some people are losing money unexpectedly, unexpectedly. Some people are losing money unexpectedly. So today I will talk about the risk management part. So the stop loss, the meaning of stop loss is there for a reason. Okay. So yesterday, if you can remember, people even blew their people blew their account before even the gold trade went in there. The gold trade went itself. So yesterday, I came to the chart, so I say the way I analyze the chart, the way the thing like I am able to predict the chart, it is something that is like it's something that it seems like something magical. Yesterday, the first entry was supposed to be here, but because the team moved very fast, we came to the H1 time frame to find an entry. So usually, I don't know whether I've told you. Anytime I'm placing my stop loss, I make sure I place it. I don't use the smaller time frame, especially the H1 and the M30 for my stop loss, because one thing I've noticed about those time frames is most of the times when you use those time frame as your stop loss, you usually get stopped out. You get it. You usually get there is no as in the time those time frames are not all that strong to contain as in to hold more to hold the support and resistances on those time frames are not that strong. So usually I use higher time frames for those this thing support and use them as I use the high time frame support and resistances for as my stop loss area. So usually if I enter a trade, I use the H4 as my stop loss, H4 tips and dips as my stop loss. So in case maybe I enter a trade here, this point is going to be my stop loss. I'll give it the breathing room like 2 pips to be my stop loss. So if you move to the H1 time frame, this was the original stop loss. But people yesterday got stopped out before even the trade went in their favor. So that's the nature of what? That's the nature of gold. So you have to understand the instrument that you are trading. If your account size can't contain it, don't trade it. Calculate your pre-risks before you enter a trade. That's how it works. You need to know the amount you are risking. Oh, maybe this is the position that I'm seeing. You get it. This is the position I'm seeing. So first of all, what you do is what? How much am I going to bet on this one? Trading is all about betting. You get it. You are betting on the exchange rate. You are speculating the exchange rate. That's what the banks do. The banks speculate on the exchange rate, corporations and other stuffs. That's what they do. You get it. So this is what we the retail traders we also do. We bet or we speculate on the exchange rate. So before you speculate, it is something that's not guaranteed, and even on this side, nothing is guaranteed. It is not guaranteed that it is going to go in your favor, but because of your experience, you've studied this pattern and you've seen this pattern happening over and over again. You get it. That's why you are putting your money on it. So it's like a business. Anytime you are about to start a new business, it's a risk you are embarking on. It's a risk you are taking. You don't know whether the business is going to go on well or the business is going to fail. It's the same as trading. Trading is like a business. The money you are putting on is like your capital. Your capital can be at risk. You get it. Your capital can be at, so know the amount you are risking. And anytime anytime you deposit money in your broker account, one thing you have to bear in mind is what? Make sure the money, like you have to bear in mind that the money is gone. The money is gone. So mostly that's why even sometimes when people come to my DM, beg me, say, please, my money is now. That means you can't trade. If you are broke, trading is not for you. Trading is for those who are already having something going on in their life, and if they lose the money, they are not going to be they are not going to be worried about the results. That's how it works. You get it. That's how it works. So if you are broke, trading is not for you. If you are broke, trading is not for you. So one thing I've noticed, even nowadays, if someone comes to me and begging, I will not listen to the person because your finances are not right. That's the hard truth about trading. Your finances are not right. You are going to always be, if you think trading is going to pay your bills instantly, you are going to be depressed. Let me tell you the truth. That's why last time I was advising the young people over here that try and find some side hustling as you are doing trading too, so that even if you don't get trade, you are not going to be pressured. You are not going to be worried that the thing is not working for you and nothing. Any skill that you are learning at the beginning stage, things are not going to be start. Still, you are not going to start seeing results upright. You get it? You are not going to start seeing results upright. It will take you some time, because even as I'm teaching you every day, even as I'm sitting before you, like always coming to you every day, still people are struggling. So imagine, like, if I left you alone, how is it going to go? Most people are going to give up within their first. I gave you the recorded videos and left you. As I'm standing before you, and yes, still people are still treating the thing as a gambling or something. Please take it as a profession. Okay, take it as a profession. So today you go through how you have to calculate your pre-risks before you enter a trade. So let's do some analysis on GU. So I hope you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? All right, so it's the same thing. It is the same thing every day. It's the same thing every day. So first of all, you have to, let's check the fundamentals. Today is Wednesday, right? Today is Wednesday. You check the economic event first. So then the website I use to check the fundamental, forexfactory.com. That's what I use. So as I said earlier, I have many websites that you can use to check the fundamentals, but I use Forex Factory. You can use my FX book, investing.com, so you can also get some over there. But the website I use is forexfactory.com. Please, I'm coming. So the website I use to check the fundamental or the economic events for the day. So the website I use to check the economic calendar or the economic events for the day is forexfactory.com. You get it, forexfactory.com. So you have to first of all check whether there was going to be a high impact news for the day. So I think today we don't have any high impact news, okay, for the lending session. So I think today is a clean day. So let's move to GU first of all. First of all, you have to, so you've checked the economic the economic calendar, and we noticed there was no high impact news. So going to the technical aspect, you first of all have to, I analyze from the monthly time frame to to my entry level. Okay, so my entry time frame can be H1 or M30. That's the only time frame I use. To my entry level. Okay, to my entry level. So I will explain it. So after the analysis, you ask me, let's analyze and see whether the market will be moving. So after the analysis, you ask your question again. So on the monthly time frame, this is what. So let's move to the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame, this is where the current prices. So I don't have to draw any support and resistance. So let's move to the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, this is the zone. This is the zone price might move to. This is the zone price might move to. So let's move to H4 time frame. So when you move to H4 time frame, so one thing you have to notice is I'm not going to look for any buy today because all my focus time frames are all in the same direction. So my bias for the day is what? My bias for the day is a sell. I'm not going to look for any buys. Okay, so that's what you have to bear in mind. So one important thing in trading is if you know how to identify the bias, you are like almost, if you know where the market is going to head to, when you come to during your session time or during maybe the day, within the day, you are, I think, 80% true with trading. If you know your directional bias, the rest is entry. So it's very difficult. It's very easy. Trading is very easy. Okay, but the most difficult part that people are not succeeding is because of the patient level and the eagerness to make money very fast. So they don't usually wait for things to ripe before they enter a trade. So for the past getting to 2 weeks now, I've not taken any trade. You get it? I've not taken any trade, and it's not like I don't know how to do it, but I'm not getting any setup that aligns with the way I trade. Okay, so I'm patiently waiting. So last time I even explained that if you don't usually get setups, what you have to do is what, since like you see we have some people that they get setups every day. So if you don't usually get setups, one thing you can do is what, you increase your risks. You get it? If you don't get the frequency of times or the frequency that you get trades are not more often, what you can do is what, you increase your risks. So if you see me risking like 50% on my account, maybe 40% on my account, don't say I'm over risking on my account, because I don't usually get setups. You get it? I don't usually get setups. So I'm different for someone who is getting setups every day. Someone who is getting setups every day and the person is risking 1%. I'm different for the person. You get, because the person is getting setups every day. But for me, I'm getting setups once in a blue moon. So if I'm putting high risks, that means what? Those setups are high probability trades. So if I'm risking high, you don't have to judge me that I'm over risking on my account. You get it? I'm risking on my account. So you have to understand all these things. You have to understand your strategy. For how many times do you usually get setups on your as in your system gives you a setup or an entry? You get it? So you have to know these things. So trading is a lot of work. Okay, it's a lot of work. You have to understand your strategy. So this is the H4. So looking left, this is the H4 support. So since I'm not looking for a buy, I'm not in for a buy today. So the moment I will be looking for a buy so when I come to the market and I'm having two biases, as in a buy and a sell, that is when the daily and H4 are doing different thing. Okay, maybe daily is an uptrend, H4 is a downtrend. With that one, I will be having two buyers. But if all the time frames are in the same direction, I don't have to look for a buy or a sell. My focus of my buyers should be what? My buyers for the day should be what? Should be centered on only one thing, either a buy or either a buy or a sell. I don't have to be having multiple biases. So that's how it works. So H42 is what? A downtrend. So daily uptrend, daily or downtrend, H4 downtrend. I don't have to look for any buy. So that's how it works. So I'm not interested in this range. Okay. So maybe let me see something. I think maybe they will come. So when you watch your left, H4, there was what? A range over here. So looking at this range, this is too tight. Okay, this is too tight. So maybe if it's supposed to be here, I would have maybe be looking for a place. I would be looking for a sell is at this point. This range is what? This range is no trade zone. No trade zone. Okay, no trade zone. The reason is what? The range is very tight over there. So there was no trade zone with for me. Okay, so let me indicate it over here. No trade zone. No trade zone. Let me duplicate it. So no trade zone to over here. So the reason I'm saying no trade zone is because of what? The zone is very small for me to take advantage of. Because anytime that you are taking a trade, you have to know where you are going to exit your trade. After figuring out where you are going to take your trade, you have to also figure out where you are going to take your profit. So take profit is very important. Those times I used to struggle on where to take profit, You get it? So all these things came as a result of try and error, and I figured out where I'll be able to take profit and other stuff. So it's very important to know where to take profit. So if I'm taking a trade over here, this point is going to be my take profit. If I'm taking a trade over here, so first of all, you have to check the zone, the pip range. So when I check the pip range over here, it's like 7 pips. It's not in, it's like 6 pips. And anytime that you input a trade, your brokers are going to take what? Spread out of the trade that you are taking. You have to bear that one in mind. Anytime that you input a trade, your brokers are going to take spread. That's the commission that they charge on, like 2 pips. You get it? The spread is usually like the maximum. Let's say the maximum is like 2 pips. So if you take 2 pips out of this one, and it depends on the account you are using. You get it? It depends on the account you are using. If you are using standard account, they will take 2 pips. If you are using commission and those things with that one, they will deduct it straight from your account. So you have to understand. So if those who are using life accounts, I don't know, since most people are using smaller accounts, I'm sure they are using standard accounts. So with the standard account, you'll be seeing some 1 red line, and at the same time one green line. So that red and the green line it refers to the spread. Okay, it refers to the spread. So that's the commission or the charges that they place on the transaction or on the exchange. So you have to bear that one in mind. So here no trade zone, because as I said, if I check the range, the pip range is what? 6 pips, or let's say 6 pips. So with the 6 pips, if you take 2 pips out of 6 pips, it's going to get. One thing you have to know is most of the times your trade is not going to get your take profit exactly. So you don't have to, sometimes you don't have to wait for it to hit your take profit exactly before you take profit. So maybe 1 to 2 pips to get your take profit, then you take it, because sometimes it doesn't get your take profit exactly based on your analysis. Okay, based on how you analyze. By me, for instance, the same direction, you get maximum move. That's how it works. You get massive moves. So bear that one in mind. So the reason I said no trade zone is because of these reasons I've laid out. Get it? I said because the range is very small. The brokers are going to take commission. If they take commission, your take profit is not going to get the trade is not going to get your take profit exactly. So I have noticed all these things now. That's why I'm not going to take a trade over here. I'm not going to take a trade over here because looking left, there was a resistance over here. If you move to h4, there's a resistance over here. So you see how the market is struggling to even, so support and resistances are areas where the market what usually, like as in, get restraint of either moving up or down. So you have to bear that one to in mind. Support and resistances are areas that the markets usually struggle to break through. So you have to note, or you have to bear that one, so you have to write it down. So don't overlook support and resistances. Don't overlook support and resistances. So I'm not going to take trade over here. So when I look left, there's no zone over here. Okay. When I move to the H4 time frame rather, because the entry, if I'm taking an entry, it's going to be on the H4 time frame. So the point I will be taking an entry is at this point. Because if I look left, there's no support and resistances over here. So to this side, okay, there's no support and resistances over here to this side. So if you can remember the Monday trade that we were supposed to take and the trade move before us, you can notice there was what, a clean zone to your left. There was a clean zone to your left. Okay, so that's why I plan of what, taking the trade. And yesterday too, there was an opportunity over here, but the reason was this bullish candle broke this one. So like I wasn't convinced about the market structure, and so I learned from my trade when the structure is not convincing to me, and I've lost multiple trades. So I've told myself, or I've advised myself not to be repeating those mistakes again. So if the moment this one broke this one, it seems like this candle broke and it changed structure. Okay. So you see, so I wasn't convinced with the H4 structure. I wasn't convinced with the H4 structure. So what I decided, or what I told myself, is not to take the trade. I decided not to, because there would have been an entry over here, even though the stop loss would have been big. Then you target this one by, because I wasn't convinced of how structure looks like. So I didn't take it. You get it? I didn't take it. So I'm a very patient trader. I'm very conservative. That's why mostly my win rate is very high. Okay. My win rate, my first challenge, I didn't lose any trade. It took me a long time, although, but I didn't lose any trade. That's how I've developed to. I'm not pressured about how people trading. Everyone sees the market differently, and people are trading differently. You get it? People are trading differently. But for me, I trade differently. The way I trade is different from someone who is taking trades every day is trading. The way I trade suits or fits my lifestyle. The way I trade, I like the way like I trade. I'm very comfortable with that. That's why I'm trading like that. I don't want to be taking lower time frame trades, and I'll be pressured on, like I will not be convinced on the moves and other stuff. So I prefer taking trades on the higher time frame. So that's why usually it takes me a longer time for me to get trades. Okay, by Monday, this was the trade for us and we missed it. So that's how it works. That's how it works. So now what I'm looking for is what, I'm not going to take this zone, okay, because my high time frame is telling me what the market is what, a downtrend. So I'm not going to take any buy over here. What I'm looking for today, because when you move to the daily time frame is what, a downtrend. H4 is a downtrend. So why am I going to look for a buy? I'm not going to go against the higher time frame. So that's how it works. So I'm going to look for, I would love to be looking for a sell. That's where I sell. So as I said, this zone is very tight. You would have taken, suppose maybe there was no zone over here. There was no support over here, I would have I would have found an entry over here and take a sell, but because there was a zone over here, that's why I'm not taking a sell. You get it? That's why I'm not taking a sell for here. I would love to take a sell over here. I would love to take a sell over here. I would love to take a sell over here. So this is the point I would love to take a sell. That's the point I would love to take a sell. You get it? So this is what I'll be expecting. So this is what I'll be expecting. So the zone I would like, this is the zone I would love to. So trading zone. So let me indicate the trading zone. So that's how it is. Okay. So I don't even love to. Let's analyze gold. But I will not be giving any signal on gold again because most people are having low account size. And yesterday people were messaging me, my margin, I've gotten a margin call. Your account is small. So on gold, if you haven't $10, don't venture on gold. $20, don't venture on gold. You blow your account early. So on gold, unless maybe you are trying to, if your stop loss is very big, gold is not for you. If you are scalping, like if your stop loss is very tight, that one it's cool. But if your stop loss is big, gold is not for you. So on the weekly, this is the various zones. You see how I'm very calm. The whole of this month I've not taken any trade. So that's how it is. So on daily time frame, uptrend, H4 looks like this point. So gold looks clean because that's retested on. It has retested on a key level. So in case if we're entering a buy, stop loss should be here, which is 167 pips, and you are going to use $10 to take profit. So I'm not going to comment on gold for someone to take it in, but I'm looking for buy on gold. I don't take trades on gold. So that's how it works. Yeah, so your question. So when you talk about the various time frames, what it simply means is there are time frames that the times that the candle open and close on. Okay, so with the H1 time frame, what it simply means is what for every, if you are using H1, what it simply means is for every 1 hour, H1 simply means an hour. Okay, the H means ah, hour or ah. If you are using those English people, so H simply means an hour. Okay, H, if you see H means an hour. If you see D means what? Daily. That means a day. If you see W means what? Weekly. If you see monthly means what? A month. So what it simply means is what? There are various standard, there are standard time frames. So what it simply means what? For every month, you get it? For every month, one candle opens and closes. Okay. For every month, one candle opens and closes. So when you take the weekly time frame, what it simply means is what? For every week, one candle close and one candle open. So what, when you take the H4 time frame, what it simply means is what? For every 4 hours, okay, one candle open and one candle close. So first time frames that we use to analyze. So we usually do top-down analysis. So what top-down analysis simply, what it means is what? We analyze from, we try to see, or we try to check out what all those time frames are doing. So the most important thing is what? If all those time frames, if you analyze from all those time frames are pointing to the same direction according to how you determine the trend, that means you are on the right path. You get it? That means you are on the right path. So we usually prefer trading when it's always, I'm not saying it's always advisable to trade when all the time frames are pointing to one direction. Yeah, that's when you get more high probability trades. You get it? Yeah. So if you move to 30-minute time frame, so the 30, you see, this is 30 minutes. It's open around 6:30. So if you can see that, if you can see the time beneath. Okay, so you can watch this the 6:30 simply means what? It's open around 6:30 and it will close around what, 7 o'clock. You feel me? Yeah, so that's how it works. You said Euro USD, right? So if you are choosing the, I told you have to choose Oanda. Okay. So on Euro USD. So on weekly time frame. So this is the weekly resistance on gold. So we have 1, 2 over there. Okay, so when we move to the daily time frame, so daily is an uptrend. Okay, it is retesting on a weekly support. Let's move to H4. H4 kind of. Let's see H1. Uh, even though it is rate testing on buy, if if you can check the H4, the structure is not convincing to me. The way the structure looks like, it seems this point was a support, because if this point is a support or resistance, if it breaks, structure change to a downtrend, moves what? So a downtrend, and daily is what? An uptrend. So one thing is, it is retesting on a key level. Okay, it's very strong. But when you watch, there was no entry on H4 for a buy. There's no the if you are taking a buy now, you have to note that kind of you have to know you are counter trending. Okay, it's a risky trade. If you are taking a buy, it's a risky trade. It's a counter trend. So the way the structure moves, even though this is what is convincing me that it is going to buy, but I'm not convinced on the way structure is moving. But it can buy, but I will not take such trade when I'm not convinced. One thing that is convincing me is what this key area, this weekly area, the weekly resistance over there. But yes, I'm not certain. You get it? I'm not certain on the bias. It looks like this point has, yeah. So my decision on it, kind of, I'm not certain on it. But at this point, might move it up because this is a strong area. Okay. Because daily is what an uptrend. H4 looks like a downtrend. The moment this point breaks, H1 too looks like a downtrend. So for me, I'll just relax and chill. Yeah. Which bar? This one, the candles. Is it this one? Hello, are you there? Hello? I'm not hearing your network. Okay. The candles. You said it. Yeah, you said it has done what? You said it has done what? So the red represents so a bearish candle. We call it a bearish candle. You get it? And the green represents if. So this is how it works. This is how it works. maybe Euro USD. Okay. So for with forex trading, currencies are traded in pairs. You buy one currency and you sell the other currency. Anytime that you are buying a currency or anytime that you are selling a currency, you are what? If I place or if I say buy Euro US, what I'm trying to mean is what? I want to buy. So always the base currency, the reference element. The base currency is always the reference element to the exchange rate. So this is an exchange rate. So how to interpret the exchange rate is what? 1 euro refers to maybe currently give it a gold USD. What it means what? If you have one gold, for you to get one gold, or maybe gold is measured in what? Is it ounce or what? Yeah. So if you want to get one, yeah. So if you want to get one gold, 1 ounce, you have to what? You will pay 2,000. The current price is how much? The current price is $2,394. Okay, so what with currently 1 ounce of gold cost you $2,304. You get it? So that's the meaning. Yeah. So if you place buy, so that means you want to buy gold. Okay. If you place sell, that means you are referring to what? The exchange rate on gold. Sorry, you are referring to the first what do you call it, the first instrument or the first currency. So if you say buy gold USD, what you are referring to, what you want to buy gold. If you place sell, that means you want to sell gold and what? Buy dollars. So that's what it means. Yeah, so that's what it means. So if I say, so currently what you are seeing, the candles you are seeing over here is a representation to what? The base currency. Is a representation to the base currency. So now currently gold USD, the green line, the green candles, the green bar, or we call it candles, it's not bar. The green candles you are seeing over here is what? It's a representation of the base currency. So that means gold is what? Gold is rising now. The price of gold is what? Rising now. If you see red candles, it means what? The price of gold is what? Falling now. So it's always the representation of what? The first currency. So that's how it works. Yeah. Yesterday I told you to zoom in. You see how I was zoomed in my see how I hope you see my chart very clear. By the way, your chart, the way you've done it, I'm not seeing anything, oh chairman. I'm not seeing anything. You see, so if you want to zoom in, you place your cursor on the prices over here, then you press and hold, then you move it up. You get it? You press and hold and you move it up. Don't leave it. You press and hold. You get it? And you move it up. You move it down. You'll be able to zoom in. And if you want to zoom into the scroll on your at the bottom of your mouse, you just like you scroll it down, up, down, up, down. You'll be able to enlarge the screen. You'll be able to zoom in. By the way, you've done it, I'm not seeing anything. So please kindly try and do it again. Are you using laptop? You are using phone? Yes, so you can still enlarge it. You can still enlarge it. So enlarge the candles. I'm not seeing anything. You get it? Enlarge the candles. Alright. So I'll be waiting. So if you have a question, you can ask. Okay. All right. You still uh just be patient and do the thing well. I'm not, like, I hope you see the chat. Can you see my chat? I hope you see my chat. Is it the same as this one? Like the way this one has been presented, is it the same thing? So you see my chat very clear. I hope it's very clear. By the way, you've done this one. Just explore, okay? If you are there, just be using the tool, play with the tools. You become used to, and you'll be just steady how. I remember, is it the way brain is steady? The way I analyze, and sometimes when when he puts his charts in the group, it seems like it's the same thing as how I'll be doing my thing. So just observe and copy the way I do my things. That's how it works. So just copy. Just watch the way. Be patient and steady how my chart is being presented, and copy the same thing. You get it? So try it again. This one I'm not seeing anything, and make sure you see with the chart, what we use for our analysis is what? The past data. Okay, the past data. So the past data are these ones. So you have to make sure at least this is how the market moves: higher high, higher low, high, low, high. So these ones are very important. You get it? This side is very important. This is past data. What to do our projection? Use past data to do our projection. So you have lower low, lower high. The moment this candle this side will break this one, this point is now irrelevant. Okay, this point is now irrelevant. When this one will break this point is now irrelevant. So now the past data becomes this one. So this is what I based on to draw my support and resistances. Okay, so you come here again, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher. So now the moment this point get broken, this point now becomes irrelevant. Okay, this point now becomes irrelevant. So that's how it works. So if you want to draw your support and resistances, just what, know where it is valid. At least you've tried small. So push it up, okay, enlarge the candles, push it up. It seems like it's sleeping. Push it up and remove. I'm seeing some vertical lines. Do you use them? I don't know why. I don't know if you use them. That's cool, but I don't understand them. So you'll be seeing some grid. The grid that you'll be seeing, you can remove those grid inside the chart to make it clean. You see how clean my chart is? Very clean. You get it? My chart is very clean. So that's how it works. My chart is very clean. So try and replicate what I do. So we are in lending open time, 7 o'clock. So lending session is open. Okay, so I'm expecting some moves. So normally people fall for support and resistances. Don't fall for that. The most important thing is understanding highest time frame structure. You feel me? Understanding higher time frame structures. That's the most important thing. But if you don't understand the direction of the market and you just jump into buy and sell. So you see, as I said today, I'm not looking for a buy. Some people will fall for this move. Oh, it is moving up. Then I'm not saying sometimes you can't be right, but when you talk about longevity, the person who is going to make money consistently is the person who follows the direction of the market on higher time frame. Okay, on higher time frame, if you want to follow the direction of the market, it's always advisable you use the H4. The H4 time frame is like a magical time frame, as I always say. I tested it myself and I noticed it. So it's like a magical time frame. So it's always advisable to be using them. So since this one opens with no bottom wick, what you'll be seeing, what we might see is what you might see a trend continuation. you might see a trend continuation. So that's fine. Gold is what I'm watching. This one looks very clean. Very clean. So you can also see in your chat, anyone in the group, if I've gone through the technical analysis videos. I'm trying to do a new video. I've started recording. I'm trying to do a new video for. Yeah, I think this is fine. But I try and there's a lot of space over here. There's a lot of space over here. Okay, so try and push it to this side so that you get the view very well. Okay, adjust it to fit the screen so that you can see the past data, because this is not the only area that you see. You might be seeing a swing over here. So let me indicate it on the chart for you to see. What you've done is like this one. So this is how the market moves. Then it will consolidate. But what you've done is what you've identified the support and resistances at this side. You've identified the support and resistance only at this side, and you've covered. You are not seeing this side, so you don't know what is going on. Important. This data at your left is very important. If you overlook it, you are going to be what? You are going to lose, because support and resistances are very important too. Okay, they are sensitive areas that price or demand and supply. I think the demand and supply of the currency respect those levels. You get it? They are like equilibrium points. So anytime, if you do basic economics, anytime we have buyers and sellers, okay, so where buyers and sellers meet are what? Equilibrium points. So if buyers come into the market again, when they get to this side, they are going to react to where they met at the initial stage. So that's the psychology behind the support and resistances. You get it? So either they are with the psychology. So usually human behaviors repeat itself. That's how human behavior works. You wake up early in the morning, you brush your teeth. Sometimes you go to the bathroom, you bath, you take your this thing. Those things, it repeats itself. So most of the times, if you want to study the action of the price, if you want to study the action of price, it's going to be responsive on the past, what the previous the previous actions, what happened during the previous time. So the moment they get to those sides, they are going to have it in mind that, oh, last time, even when we got there, sellers what came over. So everyone will be rushed to what take their money out of the market. So that's how it works. So it's a sensitive areas that buyers always react to those levels. Okay, they are very sensitive areas. So that's why we use them as what? Support and resistances. So support and resistances are equilibrium points. So equilibrium is simply where buyers and sellers what meet. So take note of that. So I hope what I did, you got it. So like the way you've done your chart, you are not seeing what is going on at your left. Okay, so zoom in, or you zoom out for you to see what is going on at your left. Yeah. So try it again. So it's like me doing something like this. It's like me doing something like this. I don't know what is going on. It's like I'm blindfolded. I'm not seeing what is going on at at the top. It doesn't work like that. You have to be able to zoom out for you to see what is going on at your left, because at your left, prices or demand or supply are going to respect those areas. So this is how we learn. Okay, the way the guy is doing, that's how we learn. Just present your chart, but if you don't do anything for you to be corrected, you are not going to you are going to struggle for you to figure out how it works. So this is the opportunity. You send in your chart, we correct you, then what? You keep on learning, you refine. So as I said, this point is no trade zone because I don't like the range over here. So this point is no trade zone. Okay, even though the bias or the focus for today was a sell, the focus for today is a sell, it's not a buy. But since the range is very tight, I've already explained why you don't have to trade in a tight zone. Okay, you don't have to be trading in a tight zone. So it's always advisable to, you have to give yourself a breathing room. You have to, like, don't put yourself in a tight corner. It's like if you are trading in a tight range, it's like trying to put yourself in a tight corner. You don't even have time to even breathe. It's like someone who is married and you are in a single room. You are having like 3 kids. It's like you are not going to get a breathing room. Everything will be tight. You get it? So that's how it's like. So if you are trading in this range, it's like a married man who is having like 5 kids in a single room. Very tight. Sorry if I'm hurting someone. So that's how it works. So give yourself a space. So if you see this range, if you are trading in this range, this range is very, like, you can be able to get a place that even if it doesn't get your stop lot, as in take profit exactly within, okay, like 25 pips, 26 pips. That's how it works. It's very nice, but with this one, very tight. Okay, very tight. So if you are trading within this range is okay, 30 pips, 32 pips, that's fine. So something like gold. So gold like this, if for the buy, if you are taking this range, very, like, okay, very spacious. So that's how it works. So always give yourself a space to breathe. Trade in a bigger range. Like if you get a trade, if you get a range which is like 15 pips, because you are going to base on the range to take profits, and what, using the range to take profits and your stop loss. That's how you are going to use the range for. So it's always advisable or recommendable to trade within ranges. So you can send your chat in the Telegram. You can send your chat in the Telegram group. And if you're on YouTube too, you can send your chat on the comment section. I will copy it and review it for you. Please give the stream a like. Okay, like the stream. Give a like on the stream, and if you have not subscribed to the channel, so you do so that the YouTube algorithm will recommend it to people. Okay, I think you are struggling because you are using phone. That's why you are not getting a bigger or spacious this thing. But I just thought you can try. Okay. So you just adjust it so that you'll be able to. So the most important thing is you being able to see what is going on at your left. Okay, because even though this one, my screen is not that big, I need to get a bigger screen. But yes, so you can see the price action at your left. I hope you can see it. You can see the price action at your left. You get it. You see the price action at your left. So that's the most important thing, because as I said, we use past data to do our analysis. We base on past data for the analysis. So it's always important. So as I've depicted over here, you see, you have to be able to see the relevant. So we have relevant and irrelevant data. So since if price breaks structure, if there was a shift in structure, the data become irrelevant. Okay, the data become irrelevant. So looking at this one deeply, the market did lower low, lower high, lower low, lower. So this is something like a complex structure. Okay, so what, a downtrend. Okay, still a downtrend. We have something called complex structure. So this is a complex market structure. So still a downtrend. Okay, so this means what, this data is very relevant. But the moment this one comes down, shift in structure, this is the point that the structure is going to the moment it shifts in structure, this data becomes irrelevant. This data becomes irrelevant. You feel me? This data becomes irrelevant. So now the relevant one is going to be this one, retest, trend continuation. You get it? So now this is the relevant. So you are going to base on this one to draw your support and resistances. You are going to base on this ones to draw your support and resistances. Okay. So that's how it works. So it's always important for you to know your past data. It's always important to know your past data. Okay, that's what you are going to use to draw your support and resistance. So you see, I think the way I predict the market is insane, crazy. It's crazy. I'm even surprised. Like anytime that I will say, or I will just see, this is what I'm expecting on the stream. The market moves perfectly on that. Okay, so during the weekend, I saw some videos. People were saying GU is going to sell, GU is going to buy. I said I wasn't saying they are wrong, I'm right, but looking at structure during the weekends, everything should tell you this is the weekend. This was on Monday. Everything should tell you what GU is going to sell. But some people were saying they are looking for a buy. Everything is pointing down. So that's why I'm always emphasizing on making sure you understand the focus time frame. If your bias for the day is very important. If you come to the chart and you don't know what you are expecting within the day, I think you have lost in the source. Okay, please hold on, I'm coming. So with the way this thing really took me a very long time to determine how to actually determine the bias for the day. It really took me a long time for me to determine the bias for the day anytime I come to the market. So fortunate enough, few people are getting it for free. You see the way I project and how the market really respects the biases anytime I come to the market. You see how it's really respect. Last time there was no single day. Last Monday when I came to the chat, I said what? Today I'm looking for a sell. You see what happened during the lending session. Last time too, that was today is Wednesday, right? Tuesday I said I'm not certain on because this one seems like it has broken, so I'm not certain. The market sold. You get it. Today as I came, I said I'm not looking for a buy because my bias for the day is what? A sell. You get it. And the market is what? Is selling. So it's insane. It's insane. So if you are able to if you are able to understand or know this thing, if you are able to understand or know the focus or the bias for the day, one thing you have to know is what you are true to your success is close. Okay, your success is close. Because one thing is the market is like price is like what? These are all human behaviors, and as I said earlier, human behaviors we most of our actions we do most of the things that like our actions are the same every day. Our actions are the same every day. You can predict your life. That's why most of these fake pastors used to scam people because they've studied human behavior and they know exactly how human behaviors would react to certain things. So it's the same thing as the market. It's replay. If you have a winning trade, the best thing you can. I became profitable when I started studying my winning trades. So if you take a trade, let me give you a secret. So trading is not about reading books. It's not about listening to even though podcast and those things helps you to get your psychology on point. But it's not about reading books. The only book I read it was just to maybe understand the founder. I'm not reading books to understand trading. That thing doesn't work. Trading, the only thing that is going to make you a better trader is for you practicing, not giving up. By the moment some people, so that's why I even said if you are starting out, don't use your real fund. I traded for 3 years on demo. Don't use your real fund to start it. Don't use your real fund. Start with demo. You get it for you to get your system on point. For you to get your strat, the moment you are convinced and if you are becoming profitable within you, you just notice or you just realize you are becoming good at what you are doing. No one is going to tell you are becoming good, but for you yourself, you figure it out. You sense it within you that now I'm on right points. I'm doing what is right. Even though when it comes to life, you might lose the trade, you might be losing money, but it's not going to be like someone like starting up front with life accounts. There are a lot that when you trade demo, your emotions will start diminishing. Your emotions will come down a bit. So when you move to life account, it's not going to be as massive as in you traded demo for a longer time. That's how I buy some people to say life account puts your psychology on point. If you are starting out and you don't have strategy, no matter what, if you find your account, you are still going to be emotional because you don't have a plan. For me, I know when I come to the chat, I know exactly what I'm triggering, like what I'm looking for. You get it. So there's no way I have to feel emotional about what the market is doing or other stuffs. You get it. There's no way I have to be emotional. So that's how it works. So you need a lot of time to practice this game. And with time, things will become very easy. For me now, there was no stress on me. Trading has become something secondary to me. You get it? It has become something secondary. See the projection I did. I said I'm not looking for what? A buy. Exactly. I said I'm not looking for a buy. See how it is playing out. See how it is playing out. So this is not magic. This is a long time experience in the market. Watching how the market moves, watching how the market moves, losing a lot of trades, losing a lot of trade, never giving up, continuing. Even if I lose, I come again, I come again. If you hit me down, I come again. So that's how I'm been able to project the market like that. So never let your losing trades discourage you. Okay, it's part of the process. So minimize the amount you are putting in the market if you are starting out. Minimize it, and trading is not going to pay your bills upfront. So that's what it has to sink in your head. It's not going to pay your bills upfront. Okay. So the most important thing when you get a skill set, there are a lot of advantages that comes with it. It comes with a lot of advantages. So it's very important for you to understand, be patient, and understand the skill. And like I'm giving things for you for free. This thing I should have even charged more than that. But every morning, 2 hours, I come to you, analyze the charts for you for free. How many people will be doing this thing for free? That's weird. But I'm doing it for you for free. Someone will sell you a course, give you a videos, and he will never even respond to you. But for me, yeah, but for me, every day, I come to you every day. I paid someone 2,000 to teach me. The person received the money. He sent me some video, told me what to do, and I wasn't hearing from the person again. You get it? I wasn't hearing from the person, but I didn't say. I studied the materials that the person gave it to me. I didn't complain because I understand how the world moves. But people will be crying, still be crying. Even no matter what you do to them, they will still cry. You have some crying babies, they will still cry. They don't want to put in the work. So if gold flip, if it flip bullish, it will be a nice buy. Because on the daily time frame, it has retested on a key area. It has book out retested on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame. It looks very, the buy looks very, it's the buy very, because that's retested on a weekly. See, this is strange. The buy looks very cool. So the buy looks very, it looks very clean. Yeah, so as I'm saying, so if 9 o'clock candle, See how it is breaking through the zones. It is breaking through. Okay, so don't rely on support and resistances and say the most important thing you have to master is what? Knowing the direction of the market first on the higher time frame. If you get to understand the direction of the market on the higher time frame, that'll be very helpful to you. And I know some people, sometimes the market will be something like this. Clearly what? A downtrend, because it has gotten to a key level, because it has gotten to this key level. They will start buying. You are doing counter trend, and counter trend, one thing about counter trending is what? It is not certain that it will move to this side. It can retrace any point, any moment. Okay, it can retrace. I remember those times I used to be drawing support and like 30 minutes, for instance. The moment I see this zone, okay, the moment I don't check the high time frame direction. The moment I look this zone, I said, oh, this is a tradable zone. Then I will take a buy. Then the market will move small, then it will come and hit my stop loss. By the moment I figured out the direction of the market, my wins has escalated. It has moved up. So it is important to know the direction of the market. And so let me address this thing. So with the stop loss simply means what? The amount you are willing to risk on a trade. Amount you are willing to risk. So anytime that you input a trade or anytime that you place a trade, one thing you have to bear in mind, you have to accept the risks. Okay, you have to accept the risks. So maybe if you're having, let's say, $100 account, so you have to, if you are doing your risk analysis, you have to ask yourself, how many times am I going to trade to blow this account? Okay, because even if you are taking like 100 trades, if you are taking 100 trades, even the best trader in the world, okay, the best trader in the world taking 100 trades, by all means he will get 1 or 2 losses within the 100 trades. You get it? So risk, and one thing too is you don't know when that losses are going to come, either your first trade or your second trade. So if you are risking 100%, unless maybe you are willing to blow the account, unless maybe you are willing to lose all the money, that's fine. I know some people who maybe when they come to the market every day they find their account. Okay, maybe today I'm willing to risk $100, so they will just deposit $100. So they are not going to set any stop loss or take profit. You feel me? They are not going to set stop loss or take profit. So that's what 100% risk. They don't have any risk. This thing, that's fine. That's their personal account. Maybe they want to flip the account, so they go inside 100%. So if you see someone has flipped, or maybe the person was using $100, he has moved it to $200. One thing you have to know is there was a risk at hand. The person was willing to lose all the money. You get it? But if you are using percentages, the account, 40% of the account, you have to know all these things anytime you are placing a trade. You have to factor all these things into consideration before you place a trade. So you have to first of all determine your risk. Okay, so determine your risk. You have to know your pip range, your your stop loss pip. You have to know your stop loss pip. Your stop loss pip is going to help you to convert it to what? The monitoring terms. So you convert your pips to the monitoring value. Okay, so let's say maybe I'm entering a trade over here. This is a point I want to enter a sell. I want to enter a sell over here. One thing I have to calculate first is you have to ask yourself, am I willing willing to lose all the money, you accept. If I'm willing to lose all the money, okay, I accept. So the stop loss is what? 32 pips. So maybe the stop loss 32 pips. You get it? 32 pips. You have it in mind. So that means 32 pips. How much am I willing to lose on this $100? Am I willing to lose all the money? Or I'm willing to lose like 5%, 10%, 15%? Maybe, okay, I don't usually get trades, so I'm risking like 20%. So 20% on the dollars will be what? 20 over 100 times 100 is going to give you. It's going to give you 20% on $100. It's going to give you how much? It's going to give you 20, right? If you are risking 20% on $100, you are going to get like 20. If I'm wrong, someone can correct me. So with 20, what am I even doing? So okay, I'm willing to risk like 20. So that means your stop loss is 32 pips. You get it? So the 32 pips, you multiply it by what? The amount you are willing to risk. You get it? 32 times 20 is going to give you how much? Sorry, you have to know your loss size that you are going to risk rather. So maybe, so with the $20 that you are risking, what is going to be the loss size you are going to use? So I showed you, I gave you an app. I said you can use baby pips position size calculator. Okay, you don't have to go through the stress of doing the calculation. So you can use baby pip position size calculator. So your currency is in what? Dollars. Okay. So your account size is $100. You are risking 20% on account. Your stop loss is 32 pips. The currency pair you are trading is maybe GBP USD. Then you click on calculate. If you click on calculate, you are going to get what? 0.06. So that means you can use what? 0.06 as your loss size. So that means if the trade is going against you, so 0.06 means what? 0.6 times 32. So you are going to lose like $20. Okay. So even if the trade goes against you, you have done your pre-risk. You have done your pre-risk analysis that this is the amount I'm going to lose. You get it? You already have it in mind that this is the amount. You already have it in mind that this is the amount you are willing to lose. So $20 is the amount you are willing to lose. You get it? So that means you can use 0.06 loss size. You can use 0.06 as your loss size. So if the trade is going against you, you don't care. Okay. The reason you don't care is what? You've already predetermined your risk, the amount you are willing to what? Lose. You get it? The amount you are willing to lose. So that's how it works. So it's very simple. I hope it's clear. So with that one, you are not going to lose unexpectedly something that you didn't project for. You get it? something that you didn't project for, you are not going to be wondering, oh, why am I losing this amount of money? Why am I losing this amount of... You've already predetermined the amounts you are willing to lose, the amounts you are willing to risk. So that's fine. If the trade goes against you, already you have it in mind that you are going to lose $20, okay, and you are going to trade account like 5 times before the account can be blown. That's when, so you are pushing your risks based on your skill level. Okay, maybe you are not good. So me, for instance, if I'm watching my performance, I can say like it is very weird for me to lose like 2 times within a row. So that means with that amount, I can go in like maybe I'm risking like 10%. So that means I'm going to trade I'm going to trade account like 3 times before it can be blown. I believe in my skill set. I believe in my knowledge level. You get it? I believe in my knowledge level. So this is the number of times that I'm going to trade account. So your risk level also determines, as your skill level also determines your risk. Okay, your skill, if you believe in yourself, based on your past performance and those things, you can risk more. You can risk more on the account if you believe in your skill level. If you truly believe in your capability, you can risk more on the account. So your risk determine your skill level. Your risk determine your skill level. So you have to bear that thing in mind. You get it? So always predetermine the amount, because this game that you are trading is forex trading is about speculation. Okay, it's about speculation, and you know speculation is something like predicting. Okay, so there's no guaranteed in this thing that we are doing, but based on what our skill sets. Based on our skill sets, we truly believe in whatever you are doing, and based on your performance. So if you are going to sell your house and put it on this thing, one thing you have to know is what? It is not guaranteed. It is not guaranteed. So that's why it's always advisable to determine your risks. If you understand the game, your psychology will be on point. Okay, you go hard on this game if you really understand that this is how the game works. This is the game of probability, and like the trade that I'm winning. I will recommend some psychology video for some people to watch. You can watch this man Mark Douglas. You can watch Mark Douglas on YouTube. Let me search it for you. Mark Douglas. So he talked about trading psychology. You get it? You can be watching this man. If your psychology is not on point, you watch this man. Your psychology will be on point. Okay, you understand the game you are into. If you watch him very well, if you listen to some of his videos, you understand the game that you are in. So the game is a probability game, and the trade you are taking, there's no guarantee that you are going to be it's going to be a win or a loss, but at long run you are going to be profitable based on your past performance. Your edge is going to override all your losses. Your edge is going to override all your losses. So you see how the candles, you see how the demand has rejected. You see how demand has rejected the price over here. So it's important to know your bias. Let me see Euro USD. So Brenny, are you now into Euro USD or what? Oh, okay. Yeah, most people too trade Euro USD. But one thing I don't like, I don't like. He said, okay, the zone over here. Is it the zone over here? Yeah, I was the buy was like by the reason why I rejected the buy was because of this one. But I was convinced that it might buy. Yeah, I was convinced that it might buy. But because of the zone over there, that's why I rejected the buy. So you could have. So you can be looking to Euro USD too. Most people trade Euro USD. Yeah, so you can study GBP USD and Euro USD. There are a lot of volume there. If you're a beginner, don't try gold. Okay, if you're a beginner, don't try gold because the way gold moves, I don't like it at all. Start with currencies. If you are starting out, start with currencies. Start with currencies. Like GBP USD, it has a nice price action. Euro USD, you can be trading those pairs. USD JPY, USD JPY too. It's kind of consolidate a lot. It consolidates. But gold, if you're a beginner, gold will discourage you at your early stage. Gold will discourage you at your early stage. So but the way I'm seeing this one, I'm seeing it to retrace on this one and move back again. That's how I see it. Because this candle even opened with no bottom, but it seems like it is doing deep pullback. It will flip bullish. It's just a deep pullback, I'm very sure. Because when you watch the daily time frame, the daily time frame you see how strong this one is. So if it breaks this one, then if it breaks through this one, then I don't know, then there should be a high volume that is going to cause it to break. There should be a high volume that is going to cause it to break. So the moment when you come to the market and you see a lot of you see a lot of support and resistances. It's easily you can easily tell the market might be ranging. It is easily to tell the market might be ranging. And with this one, the daily time frame needs to fill this one. The daily time frame needs to fill this one. This zone. It's the same thing. Yesterday, it did a deep retracement, hit on the weekly, then got back. And by the time the candle got to this side, most people got what do you call it? Margin call. So see how trading works. So the time that you are going to be absent is the time that you are going to get a setup. To get it. So it's a boring game. You have to always be on the chart. You have to, even if you are not getting setup, you have to always be present. The day that you are going to be absent is the day that you are going to get a nice setup is going to avail itself. So Monday to Friday, always you have to show up. You have to show up. Monday to Friday, you have to show up. Because you don't know when the market is going to present opportunity. And you can't force opportunity to present yourself. So if you have a question, if you are on YouTube and you have a question, you can type it in the comment section. I will answer you. Anything related to Forex trading, anything related to currency trading. So if you trade gold, mostly use higher time frames. I prefer using higher time frames as your support and resistances. So something like the H4. If you use the smaller time frames, always you will get stopped out. And the reason why most of the times people usually get stopped out is because they use smaller time frames as their stop loss area. If you want to avoid more losses, if you do your analysis and if you have been noticing that most of the times your stop loss gets hit and the trade will move in your direction, one thing you have to do is what? Move to higher time frames and be placing your stop loss over there. That's the best advice I would give. Move to higher time frames and be placing your stop loss over there. If you continue to get stopped out, move to higher time frames and be putting your stop loss over there. So trading is like a sales business. In sales, if you get money today, you don't have to spend all the money that you've gotten because you don't know tomorrow is not guaranteed. So if you get a winning trade today, what you do in trading is what? You save the money for what? For the dry seasons, the days that you are not getting trades. So that's how it works. You don't spend all your money. So it's the same thing in sales business too. You don't know when, because sales too is what? It's something unpredictable. That's why mostly people don't like selling, because people prefer working for like going in for a guaranteed salary than trying to do something for themselves. One thing they have it in mind is what they think: doing something for yourself is not guaranteed. That's why most people choose to work for the government, because at the end of the month, no matter what, your salary is guaranteed. So it's the same thing in sales. Sales, tomorrow you don't know when someone is going to buy your item, your product or service. So you are always save the money that you get today for the future. Okay, for the future, so that you are not going. So most of the I've done sales before, and most of the times when I started out, when you are not getting sales a day, you become too depressed, you become emotional. Okay, you become emotional. But one thing you have to understand is, do everything right, do things right, and leave the rest to the market, because you can't change things, you can't force things to happen. So if you get sales today, don't spend all the money just telling yourself tomorrow too there was going to be a sale. It is not guaranteed. Okay, it is not guaranteed. So you save the money. So you save the money for maybe for another time. You don't spend all the money the money that you get today. It doesn't work that way. So you save your money, then what? You spend it for another time. That's how it works. So that we start the stream around 6 o'clock. Okay, we start the stream around 6 o'clock. So we have already analyzed the pair, so we can't go back again. So next time you come early, then you witness how you do things. Yeah. Ray. The ray. The second two on your left. The ray. Ray. Yeah. Okay. So you come to the chart early morning. So let's reanalyze the GBP USD. So on GBP USD, there was on the monthly time frame, there was what? There was a resistance over here. There was a support over here. Okay. So on the weekly time frame, there's no zones that you identify. On the daily time frame, the daily time frame is what? A downtrend. You get it? The daily time frame is a downtrend. So this is the zone. This is the next reactionary area. This is the next reactionary area. So H42 is a downtrend. Okay, H42 is a downtrend. So one thing is, you don't need trend lines to tell you where the trend is. So looking left, the only key area is this point on the H4 time frame. So when I came to the stream this morning, I said these areas are all not tradable areas. Okay, these areas are not tradable areas. The tradable areas are this side. So we are waiting for candle to break through this one, close, then you take a sell. So this is what you are expecting today. So this is what I'm expecting. This is what I'm expecting for the day. Okay, so it's very simple. Trading now is very simple for me. It's something that it's something that I don't stress on. Okay, it's something that I don't stress on. So this point is where we missed the opportunity. That was on Monday. Monday was the opportunity that we missed big time. This trade was the opportunity we missed on Monday. But it's cool. Okay, we're still in the game. As Brenny said, you are not giving up. You are not giving up. You are not giving up. Yeah. You don't have to give up. If I gave up, you wouldn't have seen me too. You wouldn't have seen me sharing value to you. If I give up, you wouldn't have seen me sharing this value to you. So if you give up, one thing you have to notice, if you are giving up, you are causing a lot to your generation to come. So don't give up, okay? Don't give up. It's not good to give up easily. Don't give up. Just find your purpose. So I'm always trying to motivate people because I've been there before. I've been in the we are still in the game. I'm not saying maybe we are still trying to be better version of ourselves. But if you are a man, you have to the best thing you can do for yourself is trying to do something for yourself. Okay, if you're a man or even if you are a young, the best, even as a human being, the best thing is trying to do something for yourself. That's the best thing. And now there are a lot of opportunities on the internet. You can learn a skill set easily. You don't have to go to like within a short space. You'll be able to learn a skill set for yourself without maybe going through the traditional education and other stuff. You can learn a skill set for yourself. So don't give up easily. Giving up easily is not going to like you are not going to get anything from that. No matter what, grind, and later you smile. So the time is even up. So anyone with a question today to know trade. So I've not taken any trade. Please, who is asking me where will you put your stop loss? I've not taken any trade. I've not taken any trade, please. I've not told anyone to take a trade. If I'm taking a trade, usually those in my group, what I tell them, I even tell them I'm in the trade. So if I don't tell you I'm in the trade, that means what? I've not taken any trade. If I take a trade, maybe I will tell you I'm in the trade, I've been triggered in. I tell all these things. I tell them all these things. So if I've not said I'm in a trade, that means I've not entered any trade. So the way people are really aggressive now I'm very cautious on the things that I even say. if I'm in the trade out, yeah, like people really want to make money, so I have to be careful. Yeah, you have to be patient. Patient. So this way, I've already said where you want to take the trade. Maybe I don't know, 9 o'clock candle, the H4 candle closure is going to close beneath this one. If it breaks within this one, beneath this one, that's where we are going to take a sell. By now, the session is even almost close. We'll be heading to New York session. So maybe during the New York session, since there's no high impact news, if I'm free and I see any setup, I will alert. So if you're in the private group, I will alert you. Okay. Since there's no high impact news, we can be trading the New York session too. So if I see any nice setup, if it breaks above this one, so this is what I'm expecting. Let the H4 candle break above this one, beneath this one. If it breaks beneath this one, then we take a sell. So this is what you are expecting. Okay, this is what you are expecting. So with gold for my bias on gold will be a buy. Okay, my bias for gold will be a buy for this range to be filled. So those who trade gold can be looking up to that. I said it early in the morning. My bias for gold should be a buy because the trend is an uptrend. There has been a hot. The trend is an uptrend. The trend, okay, which is what the daily and the weekly time frame. Strong key level. So H4 too has done what? I use this one to say that there has been a shift in structure. Okay, there has been a shift in structure. So I can see a buy on gold. But if you're having smaller account, don't trade gold. $20, $50, those things, because the stop loss alone can. Your brokers will call you that your account is blowing. So margin call simply means your account blowing. So either you top up or it will blow. So that's the meaning of margin call. So your stop loss is going to be around this side, which is around 164 pips. So calculate the loss size on 164 pips. So maybe if you're having $20, you are risking. How much are you going to even risk? How much? Unless even if you risk 100%, yes, so you can't be able to trade it. If you risk, and your stop loss is going to be 164 pips. I'm not sure gold will be here. Gold is not here. So you have to do your manual calculation. So with the manual calculation, if your account size is $20, your stop loss is 164. So let's say 165. With 165, how much are you even risking on the account? Are you risking all? Unless you risk all. If you don't have money, it's not advisable to. So let's say you are risking like $10. You are risking 50% on the account. Then $10. So with the $10, what will be your loss size? So 165. 165. Even you can't even if you use 0.01 let me see, 0.1 times 165. Oh, unless you use if your account if your account size is small, don't trade gold. Trade currencies, something like GBP USD. And before that, you have to check your this thing. Check the stop loss, the pip for the stop loss. Okay, you have to check the pip for the stop loss. I'm really enjoying the stream today. Go should buy, but so Euro USD. So should we add Euro USD to the analysis this thing? The pair we analyze. In the early morning we look up to that. You analyze it. You see, one thing I don't like about Euro USD is when it moves small, then it is retracing. It moves small, then it retraces. The ranges too are not, but I will add it up. So with that one, so especially you can be trading Euro USD. You can be trading Euro USD. So if your account size is $20, you can be trading something like Euro USD, AUD USD, GBP. Trade currencies. Okay, trade currencies. If your account size is small, you trade currency. Don't go and trade bitcoins, BTC USD. The pip range is very big. You are going to blow your accounts. So don't be trading those pairs. So what I will tell you is, those who are confused, you can go back to the stream. You'll be listening to what we said. Then you'll be picking. If you do this thing for maybe a year, I bet you become the best. Because one thing is, I can't say everything today. But if you continue watching, you get the compilation of all the things that I'll be saying. That's what I used when I was starting up. Okay, so you just be watching. It's very simple. Yeah, the analysis is very simple, but the most difficult part is the waiting part. The waiting part is the most difficult part. Okay. So I will call it a day over here. If there was no question, if you have a question to let me know. If there was no question, no trade today. No trade today. No trade. So any question? If there was no question. So today GU range, which is fine. If there's no question, we come again tomorrow. Okay, so the stream starts from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock, unless maybe an extreme condition happens and we extend it to 9. But I think today I've even gone far, so you can make it a point and attend. You can be attending and you get some value over here. So it's every day, Monday to Friday. Okay, every week, Monday to Friday, Monday to Friday, we meet here to talk about trading. So if you have any question, you can bring it on board and we talk about it. So if you ask question, that's when you start to understand how the game works. Okay. So I'm in the best position to answer your questions because I've done it. I have experience and I've achieved a lot too in trading. You get it. So anything that I would say, you have to take it. You have to take whatever I'll be saying, okay? Because I have term experience. I have like getting to 6 years experience in the game. I have some achievements without proofs or that back up what I'm talking about. All right. So if there's no question, we come again tomorrow. Okay. So one thing I will tell you is never give up. Never give up. Life is not easy. Life is not easy. So please continue grinding if you are seeing results. And one thing too is some people are grinding, but they are not learning. Okay. So one thing for you to achieve whatever you want in life is what learn from people who have already done it. Don't keep it to yourself and grind and learning the wrong thing, like in learning the wrong things. Always continue to learn from people who have already achieved it. That's the best way to get to your goals. So if you are working on anything, even outside forex, the best way to go by it is what learn from people who have achieved it. So for me, for instance, if you come to my Instagram, the most people that I follow are people who I want to get to their level. Okay, so don't be subscribing to things that is not going to help your personal development. Subscribe, follow people who are achieved where you want to get to in life. Follow their path, listen to what they say every day, and I bet you your life will change. You get it? Your life will change. So never give up. It's not easy. Okay, so thank you and have a nice day. Bye. So bye bye YouTube. So we come again tomorrow, same time. Okay, same time tomorrow. Okay, bye. Have a nice day.